Hey guys, I'm Dennis Cage. I'm the head of the underwriting department at First Union Lending. We're not a bank. We don't do checking and savings accounts, and we don't do consumer loans. I'm speaking to you small business owners. I'm speaking to you soon-to-be small business owners. I'm here to tell you why you'll never get an SBA loan. It sounds harsh, I know, I'm a harsh guy. Actually, I'm gonna walk you through every bit of the process and tell you and show you just how easy it is to get an SBA loan. Now, you're asking yourself, who is Dennis and what qualifies me, right? 25 years in business ownership. My wife and I have founded, scaled, we have exited multiple small businesses. In fact, we still own multiple small multi-million-dollar businesses. If I own multiple small businesses, why am I working as the head of the underwriting department at First Union Lending? Simple. I love finance. The best way to know finance is to understand what's going on in the US economy. My job allows me to speak with and deal with, network with thousands of business owners every single year. Along with that, I've got an additional 20 years experience in business consulting. I have mentored, invested in, been hired as a business consultant to help turn companies around. I've got 15 years experience in originating and underwriting loans for small businesses. I am an expert at underwriting anything from short-term loans all the way on up to SBA loans. It's guys like me at the banks, at the lenders, that ultimately make the decision as to whether or not the SBA even ever sees your application. Let's start with what the SBA is. The SBA was created in 1953. It is a government administration. It's the Small Business Administration. And it was created to help spur economic activity because banks never liked small businesses. They still don't. So the SBA was created for the simple purpose of giving small businesses the ability to access capital so they can grow. As they grow, they spur economic activity by hiring people, paying people, spending money, so on and so forth. What it's not a source of free money. What it's also not, it's not a lender. The SBA has never lent anybody a penny. An SBA loan simply means that the SBA has guaranteed or has given the lender an insurance policy against that loan. That if the business defaults on a loan, the SBA will reimburse the bank anywhere from 50 to 85% of the loan amount at the time of default. So it's just an insurance policy that allows a lender to be comfortable, to be secure, to give you a loan. With that said, most of the small business owners out there today, their first experience with the SBA was during COVID. PPP loans were not an SBA program. They were administered by the SBA because the SBA is the financial small business arm of the government, but they weren't handing out money there. No more PPP loans, no more state or local government grants, no more checks in the mail, right? All that stuff is done. The only thing you might still qualify for is an EIDL loan. Economic Injury Disaster Loan. That's been around for a while. During COVID, it was rolled out to the entire United States because the entire United States was a disaster. It was declared a disaster area, disaster zone. If you're unlucky enough for your business to get swallowed by a flood, picked up and whisked away by a tornado, or flattened by a hurricane, then you might just be lucky enough to qualify for an SBA EIDL loan. If that has not happened, you will not get an EIDL loan. Those EIDL loans were made easy. The qualification process, which is much easier because of the fact that it was to help businesses who have recently been through some kind of disaster. Because of all of this that I've said, it's understandable why you'll never get an SBA loan. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you how to get that SBA loan, and I'm gonna teach you how to get that SBA loan. The fact is, you deserve an SBA loan. Small business owner, you've taken your life into your own hands. You've done what most people are terrified to do. And in most cases, you guys are out there providing jobs, and you're a huge part, the starting point of the US economy. So you deserve to get an SBA loan. They do have the best rates. They have the best terms. They are the best in terms of business financing. But because most of you don't really know much about it, you go into a situation where you automatically get declined. Here are the two biggest reasons you're going to get declined on an SBA loan. Number one, very simple, is are you applying for the right SBA loan? If you don't know what loan you're applying for, what it's being used for, what the purpose of it is, because there are different programs with the SBA, you're going to immediately show the lender that you have no clue about what you're doing. You have no clue about the process. You haven't taken any time, and that likely, even if they did approve it, you would not follow through because, again, you're just a little lost. Now, the next thing is this. Our yours, mine, taxpayer dollars are being used to guarantee these loans. So if it's your money going out there as taxpayer, your taxpayer dollars, would you rather that money be thrown away at businesses who fail just to fail, right? Or who were never run right or properly? Or would you rather that money go to schools or roads or bridges or whatever the case might be? Where should your taxpayer dollars go? At least if they're going to go to small businesses, those small businesses need to be running smoothly. They need to be on top of their game. Then you'll feel comfortable about it, because then there's a likelihood that small business is going to succeed. And so that's the other thing. How disorganized is the small business? And when I come in and I ask somebody for their taxes, when they're asking for an SBA loan, there's 3 things I'm going to ask for right away. 3 years of business and personal taxes and current year's financials. And right then and there, number one was, are you applying for the right SBA loan? Number 2 is, are you prepared? And come to find out, most small businesses aren't prepared to apply. And I know that simply from asking for that initial set of documents. It's not the only document that I'll be requested if things keep moving along, but that right there weeds out many people because they didn't file taxes 2 years ago. They didn't file taxes last year. Look, guys, if you're not filing taxes, the government's you're not paying your fair share, right? And you're not filing taxes at all, the government's not going to guarantee anything on your behalf. Now look, I know you guys are small business owners. I know you got stuff to do. You have probably people coming in and out of your office right now. We can't make this an hour-long video. So again, don't miss out. The next thing we're going to go into is a different loan program so that you know what you qualify for, or you know what loan is best suited for your needs. And that's the next step. Subscribe, follow, don't miss any future videos, because again, by the time we finish this pathway to the SBA series, you're going to go from somebody who didn't know anything about the SBA to becoming an expert on the SBA, to being able to go out there and qualify for and get an SBA loan. Make it a productive day in the meantime.